All right, last time we learned that if the slopes of two lines are equal, then they must be parallel. So let's do a problem. We have a problem here that says determine whether each pair of lines is parallel. So we have two equations in A, and we have two equations in part B. And the trick is to remember that, first of all, this equation is in the form ax plus by equals c, which is the standard form of a linear equation. Oops, I can learn how to spell. Standard, A-R-D, the standard form of a linear equation. And that's not going to tell us squat. So what we need to do is we need to translate that into this form, y equals mx plus b, which is the slope-intercept form. All right, so, and that will give us the slope. Once we get the slopes, we compare them. If they're the same, then the lines are parallel. So let's do A. A is minus 3x plus 8y equals 24. We want it to look like this. Oops. Want it to look... Oh. Let me move the pad. Let's try that again. That's better. We want it to look like that. All right. The x is on the wrong side, so we got to move that. Well, that's easy. We add 3x to this side, and if we add 3x to this side, we have to add it to the other side. So that gives us 0, so that goes away. And now we're left with 8y equals 3x plus 24. Well, this y has a coefficient, or an implicit coefficient of 1, and this y has a coefficient of 8. So it's 8 times y. We're going to divide by 8. I do it to that side, I have to do it to this side. 8 divided by 8 is 1. So that's going to cancel because 1 times y is y. Now I'm going to get y equals 3/8 x plus 24 over 8. And I can simplify that. I get y equals, well, I can't simplify this coefficient, but I can simplify that. 8 goes into 8 once, 8 goes into 24 3 times. So this becomes 3. But more importantly, the slope here is 3/8. And we might want to call that slope 1. Now let's go to slope 2. So we got 3x minus 8y equals 7. 3x minus 8y equals 7. All right, we're going to do the same thing. This is in the wrong place, so we get rid of it by subtracting 3x. Do it to one side, you got to do it to the other side. That's 0. This is minus 8y equals minus 3x plus 7. Got to get rid of that minus 8, so I'm going to divide both sides by minus 8. Minus 8 by minus 8 is plus 1. 1 times y is y. This is minus 3 over minus 8x equals 7 over minus, oops, not equals, that should be a plus. Plus 7 over minus 8. We can simplify that. Y equals 3/8 x minus 7/8. Aha! M2 equals 3/8. These are both 3/8. M1 equals M2. Therefore, line 1 is parallel to line 2. All right, let's do the second equation. The second equation is B. Set of equations. The first one's given to us. y equals 6x minus 12. Well, immediately, without having to do any heavy lifting or any intellectual exercise whatsoever, we now know that m equals 6. The question is, does m equal 6 for this equation? Well, only one way to find out, and that's to manipulate it. So I have 12x minus 3y equals minus 15. Again, I got to get rid of the 12x. So I subtract that from one side. Oops, got to subtract it from the other side. That goes away. This becomes minus 3y equals minus 12x minus 15. I got to get rid of the minus 3, so I divide both sides by minus 3. And you see, this is really not too bad. Minus 3 divided by minus 3 is 1. 1 times y is y. So that cancels that. And what do I get here? I get minus 12 divided by minus 3x minus 15 over minus 3. Well, I can simplify that. Minus times a minus is plus, and 3 goes into 3 once, goes into 4. So that's going to be 4x, and that's going to be plus, because that's a minus over minus, plus 5. And m2, this is m1, was 6. m2 equals 4. m1 is not equal to m2. Therefore, line 1 is not parallel to line 2. All right, what you should do now is, if that made any sense to you, you should try the example that's in the book that I've reprinted down here. It's example number 3 on page 239. If you didn't follow the way I did it, perhaps you'll follow the way the author, Ms. Messerschmidt, did it as well. Good luck. Thanks for watching. I'm Luke Kane. I'll see you next time.